Ladies and gentlemen, this is another installment of the Royal Rumble Chronicles of Call It Like It Is. I am the man they call Nitro.
And I'm Tyler Wolf.
Here we go.
Oh, God. So,
This is what has changed since we did part 1. Oodles and oodles. Oh, how amazing it is.
let's go here. Oz, what do you got for us so we can make fun of this?
Match card.
Woohoo!
All right. We all know
Can we
there's
take a match to the card?
Well, we won't even get into the Royal Rumble matches right now. First off, we have a triple threat match for the WWE Universal Championship. Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman versus Kane.
Which
Well,
that might have changed.
Changed because Kane's on the injured list right now.
They're still 2 weeks away,
This
and
is
it's
true.
Kane.
And what
So-
happened to him?
And then Braun Strowman decided to beat the shit out of him and
Brock, and then pull down those rafters on
He got-
top of them.
See, Kane was the one who crawled out of there, and Brock was taken away in the ambulance.
Kane refused medical treatment.
Wow. Yeah, I did see that. I'm just like, that was dope.
We have
Kane's still the OG.
a to be determined who's going to be competing for a United States Championship match.
It's going to be Bobby Roode and Jinder Mahal.
Probably.
Come on now. Bobby Roode versus Mojo Riley. As much as I like Mojo,
You never know. He may pull it out.
even then, he's going to fight Jinder Mahal. And you know they want that. We must ride this Indian thing out till we can't do it no more.
He's not even Indian. He's Canadian.
He's Canadian. And here's the thing. Wrestling Soup, big shouts out to you because I'm about to steal some of your shit real quick.
We don't have the money to pay royalties.
I
Okay?
know. But Jinder, they're like WWE keeps beating this same thing over and over in your head. Like, hey, we got this Indian guy that's really Canadian, but we're gonna push this out here. Get it? He has dancers because he's Indian. Get it? We gave him 2 little twerps and call him modern day Maharaja. Get it? Because he's Indian. Oh, he's now the champion. He's gonna defend his title. In what? A Punjabi prison. What's a Punjabi prison? It's Indian. Get it? I'm like, no truer words have ever been spoken.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar's a monster. Get it? I want F5.
Yup. So, speaking of the yup movement, we have
Oh, God.
For-
Don't fucking start that shit.
a 2-on-1 handicap match for the WWE Championship.
Yup.
AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Yup.
The Yup Show.
Yup.
I
Here's
want
my
them to
thing.
lose.
I want. Well, I'll tell you who's gonna lose.
The
fans. The fans
Well,
have
I don't
already
know.
lost.
I don't know if AJ Styles just goes out there and beats the holy shit out of them.
Vince has already written into the script that we are jobbing as the fans.
Yes.
It's already in the script for the Royal Rumble that the fans are going to job.
Oh, man. Here's my thing. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Who out of the two is Eddie and or Chris, and who the other is the other one, China? Which one's China? Which one's Chris Jericho? We've been through this role before. Trying to share a title.
I'm going to say Kevin is China. He is the one who's pregnant with their baby.
I think you mean China and Eddie.
No, China and Eddie was the love story. China and Chris Jericho shared the title.
Oh, okay.
All right, moving on.
Moving on.
Next match. This is just regular one fall for the Raw Tag Team Championship. We have Seth Rollins with Jason Jordan, babyface, whatever you want to call him, versus Cesaro and Sheamus. The Bar.
I forget who was supposed to be Seth Rollins' tag team partner.
Dean Ambrose.
No.
No.
Before they decided to stick him with Jason. It was after Dean was injured. They were going to stick him with somebody else. I think it was Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Finn
It
Balor.
was Finn Balor.
That would have been so much better.
Oh, yeah. Seth
But-
Rollins and Finn Balor. Dude, ultimate tag team.
But he's,
The only people
According
the
to
rivalry
message
then, though,
boards-
would have to be if Stone Cold and Goldberg were a tag team.
according to message boards, they're not going to do that with Finn because Finn might be getting a push for the championship.
Finn's already getting a push. He got the Balor Club together.
He did get the Balor Club together.
It's the same thing that they did with AJ.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not entertaining because it's kind of like, yeah, fan service, Bullet Club, it's recycled storyline.
Yeah, all of it is recycled. And then the next match we have is a best 2 out of 3 falls match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. We have the Usos versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
Okay, that's cool.
That was
It's
actually
2 out of 3.
that was actually a really good match when we watched it on SmackDown.
The match was good, except for the wrong person pinned the other wrong person.
Well,
They should have. I mean, I know that they restarted the match.
Neither one of them were legally tagged in.
But how many times do they actually go back and look at the footage? They don't. They just let it
No,
ride.
that is bullshit.
But
well here's the thing with the tag team division with the main roster. There's tag teams like Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan, and tag teams like Shelton Benjamin and
Chad Gable.
that you know are not going to last forever. They are going to eventually break up.
Well,
because-
I don't know with Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable because they're the new Team Alpha, American Alpha, or whatever.
It's not going to last long.
No.
The
Alright.
only other tag teams they have are the Usos, the Bar, and that crazy boot.
Rusev Day.
I don't even acknowledge that because that's just shit. But the Bootios guys, a New Day.
Day.
New Day.
Yeah, I'm just like, can there be like other like good tag teams that work well together?
Sure
aside
there are.
From, like
It's,
these 3 groups.
It's in NXT.
No, I mean in the main roster.
Oh yeah, no. No.
alright, last match. Without any regard to the actual Royal Rumbles themselves, we have Enzo Amore versus Cedric Alexander for the Cruiserweight Championship.
I don't get why people are like, oh my god, they're gonna take the title off Enzo. Thank you. No, they're not. Why? He's got a good mouthpiece. And B, you all hate him
And we'll keep watching.
and
to
keep
see if they'll
watching
Take it off.
to see if he gets his ass whooped, or you. This is what kills me. Over half the crowd in one state will boo Enzo. Go to a different state, everybody loves him. So guess what? WWE gets half face and half heel.
Whether you
Cool.
like it or not, I mean, even if he does lose it this pay-per-view, he will win it back in his rematch, and he will go to WrestleMania. And
Yes.
whether he has the title on his waist when he enters or leaves, he will be competing for that championship at WrestleMania.
No.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That's just how it is. It
Alright.
is.
The last 2 matches on the card are obviously the Royal Rumble matches. The men, as of today, there is only 11 out of 30 for the men that have entered, and 16 out of 30 for the
Well,
women
fuck,
that
they ain't
have
got much.
entered.
Well,
Cool for them.
I have their names if you want them.
yeah.
Alright, so for the men first, we have Elias from Raw, Randy Orton from SmackDown, Shinsuke Nakamura from SmackDown, John Cena as a free agent, Finn Balor from Raw, Baron Corbin from SmackDown, Matt Hardy from Raw, Samoa Joe from Raw, Bray Wyatt from Raw, Rusev, and Aiden English from SmackDown.
So before we get into the women's list, Samoa Joe may not be competing because
As
he
it
has
is broken.
He has an injury in his foot. Now, get this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying this has never happened before because sometimes injuries are given this time frame. But this just was ludicrous to me at the time. They said his recovery time for this injury could be anywhere from 2 weeks to 4 months. And I'm just like,
What fucking?
that is an enormous bubble of time, my friend. Like, that's... You're either trying to build up to something, or... it just didn't make sense
What's
to me.
4
So,
months from now?
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
Well, it'll be WrestleMania's, I think.
4 months from now.
4 months
April.
from now. April.
It's the end of. Yeah.
Well, he may make WrestleMania, but he might not make the Rumble. So it's
Yeah.
just it's all up in the air because I mean, if he sits on his ass for a couple weeks, maybe it'll heal. But then at the same time, you need to be on that foot if it's going to heal. It's anybody's guess if Joe's going to be at the Rumble.
Right.
The women's.
The women's. We have, these are the confirms. Naomi, Asuka, Ruby Riott, Natalya, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Carmella, Tamina, Lana, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Mickie James, Nia Jax, and Becky Lynch. 16 out of 30.
Ronda Rousey.
And
Those are
Hey,
confirmed
guess who
as
will
of
win?
today.
Ronda Rousey.
maybe, but
I'm telling you, she's going to win. She's
But-
going to go to WrestleMania and fight for a title, and that will be your new champion coming out of WrestleMania.
but then what would happen with Paige lately?
Oh, is it? Go ahead, Nitro. Go ahead. Hold on. Go ahead, Nitro. Tell your joke.
Oh, I don't. What joke?
Bleacher Report, one day ago. Speaking of Paige, I just,
Bleacher Report. Oh God, here we go.
Paige reportedly done as in-ring WWE performer due to injury. She was informed this week that she will not likely be cleared to return to in-ring competition, likely marking the end of her wrestling career in WWE. Multiple sources told PW Insider's Mike Johnson that WWE's doctors will not allow Paige to return to a physical role following an injury she suffered on December 28th during a live event match in Uniondale, New York.
Go ahead, Nitro.
I mean,
The injury is
Hold on,
similar to
Hank.
Edge.
Hold on, Oz.
continue. It's okay.
The injury is similar to Edge's.
Well, it's no mystery around here that I was no fan of Paige's, and you know it just sucks for anybody's dream to be taken away from them. Whether that dream was to be a WWE superstar or an amateur porn actress, it's just not cool for your dream to be taken from you like that, because she was very young and had lots of room to improve. But given that other dream that could have been involved, not the wrestling part, she could still have a very lengthy career of sorts ahead of her. That being said, one could say that Sasha Banks kick-started Paige's adult film career. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Oh God. So there's been a lot of speculation and rumors of already basically confirmed possible matches at WrestleMania that people are saying they've heard back in locker rooms with the press and all that. So I'm going to give you the 5 that I have found to actually be the most common throughout every website.
Man,
newsfeed.
I'll tell you, some of these predictions for WrestleMania, it's almost so shitty, it could be true.
You're right.
Like, it really kills me. Like, I believe they probably have a very good chance of happening.
Oh, me too.
And I hate it. I absolutely
I
hate
it. So you have the first one that's rumored is Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title.
I really don't want to see that again. I really, really don't.
No, me either. Braun should already have the title by now. Let's just be honest. The next match, and I don't know why this match would happen. Triple H versus Kurt Angle, because Triple H has already been confirmed scheduled to perform at WrestleMania.
He's the new Undertaker. He only wrestles one time a year. Well,
I mean,
A couple
I
times a
just
year.
don't get that match. There's no point to it.
nostalgia.
It's not even nostalgia. You've seen it 150 million times through the Attitude Era.
That's what I mean. Nostalgia from the past. That's what nostalgia is.
But it's not going to draw anymore. Let's be honest. Triple H versus Kurt Angle.
I mean,
The
so
only thing
long-
that you can, Kurt can say is, "I banged your wife before she was your wife."
I would watch the match. I would hope that Angle would go over, but I doubt he would.
Oh, right.
I mean, even if he did, it would be so like sad because as much
Do you
as I
know
love
Triple H
Kurt,
has the most losses at WrestleMania in history?
I'm not surprised.
It's like 11 or some shit like that.
Damn.
So on that, this one, which I said had earlier, Ronda Rousey, it is rumored, and we have confirmed that she was caught with Triple H on a business date to finalize her contract and everything.
I hope she punched him in the balls.
No, she hopped in the car with him afterwards. So.
And punched him in the balls.
So, it's Charlotte Flair versus Ronda. I see it. I see it happening. Because this is the leader of the 4 horsewomen of the UFC, and this is the leader of the 4 horsewomen of WWE.
If they put Flair over,
They won't.
they better not.
They won't. I'm telling you, Ronda takes the title at WrestleMania.
I hope so.
Ronda Rousey takes the title at WrestleMania. Next one, we've seen kind of teasers about the match, and we've seen...
Who's gonna take the title off of her, though? That's the problem. Who's gonna, like...
One of the other 4 horsewomen of the UFC. Spinning back fist.
Out.
Out. 1, 2, 3, done.
I love Ronda, but, man, that glass jaw... She got that Liddell syndrome.
Mm-hmm. You can take a punch, but fuck if you can take a kick. Next one, we've seen the match before, and it was a good match. And I think at a bigger stage like this, it's going to be a hell of a match, like show-stopping performance match, and that's AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
I'd be okay with that. I'd be very okay with that.
And the last one. Here's the thing with this. There's only 2 reasons for this match. And I'll tell you after I say the match. Undertaker versus John Cena. One reason? Closing out the Ruthless Aggression era. Like Undertaker and Triple H closed out the Attitude Era. Or Undertaker beats John Cena and John Cena retires at WrestleMania. Those are the only 2 reasons for that match. Because John has already said he's ready to take a step down, and when they shine the Batman light, he'll be there, but he doesn't know how much longer he wants to be an active wrestler, and even doing more stuff behind the scenes would be better. And so there's only those 2 reasons. Either The Undertaker comes back for one more match, closes out the Ruthless Aggression era while retiring John Cena.
God damn it! Motherfucker! Vince, you son of a bitch! God damn it! This is fucking bullshit! Vince Russo! Motherfucker! Lose it!
You're
Vince
breaking my
McMahon
shit. What
says
the hell
I am the table!
Nitro, come down! Breathe.
Ugh.
This is what happens.
So, yeah, I might have lost a little bit there. Sorry about your table and that vase and all the bottles and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, John Cena and The Undertaker cannot happen. Here's why. Because they missed their opportunity for that. When they were busy trying to make Roman Reigns look like the next big dog in the yard, that honor belonged to John Cena. And I know a lot of people are going to jump on me about that. Like, oh, Cena, oh, Superman, blah, 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 blah. No. The Undertaker was the guy who told John Cena, like, basically gave Cena his blessing when Cena first started out. Back when he was the American Badass, The Undertaker gave John Cena his blessing. You can go back and look it up. If anybody was going to retire the dead man, it should have been Cena.
Mm-hmm.
There is only one reason why The Undertaker should wrestle one more match, and that even that is kind of pointless at this point.
Yeah.
And that is Sting. And I know a lot of you fucking idiots out there are going to be like, Sting can't wrestle! No, Sting can wrestle. He has said so in interviews. He is medically... He has been medically cleared, has he not?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has not had the neck surgery.
No, he never had the neck surgery. He went home, let it heal naturally, and it healed up. So as far as I have found, yes, he is medically clear.
So, yeah, unless he's gonna face Sting, there's no reason The Undertaker should wrestle again. Because they missed their opportunity for Undertaker John Cena. That match has no legitimacy at this point. Sorry. Taker's getting old. His body can't take it as much anymore. It would mean about as much as if we, like right now, got to see Stone Cold versus Hulk Hogan. Back in the day, that would have been cool. Now, no. I'm not buying it. So, now that I had my time to calm down, I feel like I handled that a lot better.
You think?
Again, sorry about the table and stuff.
Yeah, it's cool.
Anyway, we will be releasing part 3 before the Royal Rumble happens.
Oh, yes. It's
So,
true.
It's damn true. With all that being said, I am the man they call Nitro.
And I'm Tyler Wolf.
This has been Call It Like It Is. Deuces.